Peak performance hacks can help us foster a creative mindset, solve problems, and get into a productive workflow. Lynda McNutt Foster, CEO of Cortex Leadership Consulting, is here to help us implement these peak performance hacks into our lives. Thanks for sticking around, Lynda.
Glad to be here.
So we spoke about gratitude. We also, before the break, you were telling us about mindfulness. How do we apply that on the job?
So it's important as you come to the job, as you go to a meeting, to be mindful of how you're showing up. So we think about it in the morning in controlled, sometimes controlled settings, but also before a meeting, it's a good idea for everyone to sort of take a deep breath in and out and see where their head's at. Mindfulness can also be about just checking people's mood or your own. So how are you coming to work? What is your state of mind? As you enter into the tasks that you're going to need to do or the interactions with people that you're going to have.
Great. It's so important that you bring this up for the job because we often think about mindfulness as we start our day and just in our personal lives, but professionally speaking, mindfulness has a place as well. Okay, now we've talked about the first two. Let's jump into the final two, and that is the regular exercise. So we of course know the benefits, but let's talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, and let's talk about it from a creative hack situation. So it's not about the fact that you have to go out and do an hour's worth of exercise and run, 5 miles. 10 to 12 minutes, 4 or 5 times a week is what will trigger your creative mind. It's really about exercise gives you a time out. So even if it's, just walking or doing 10 or 12 minutes of lifting weights, or it's about moving your body so that you can disperse the stress and separate yourself from that stress.
I look forward for the moment of the day where I know that I'm going to go for a daily walk or get some cardio in. It's not just great for me physically, but mentally, it's just something that I need for my own sanity, to be completely honest. All right. Also, for my own sanity, I have vowed for 2022 that I'm going to have a regular sleeping pattern, meaning going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. So let's talk more about a good night's rest.
It's really important to do exactly what you're talking about, is determine 7 days a week what time you can go to bed and what does that going to bed look like. So are you sitting there stressed out, returning your last email in bed, or are you sort of winding down, being mindful, maybe reading a book, calming your system down? So maybe you go to bed, I go to bed at 9, so I'm usually in bed at 8:30. So I spend the last half an hour sort of just bedding down, and then getting up at the same exact time 7 days a week really helps your body to know when to go to sleep and when to wake up.
9 o'clock, you said? You go to bed at 9 o'clock?
I can. So, I understand. Our house is quiet and it's easy to do that. But whatever time it is for you is perfectly fine.
Sure.
It's just it's 8 hours because you probably need a half an hour to wind down and a half an hour to get up.
Now, let's talk quickly about just the combination of all these in practice.
So this is really important that you realize these 4 are non-negotiable. So you can exercise your head off, but if you're not doing mindfulness and you're not doing the gratitude list and you're not getting a good night's sleep on a regular basis, that you're not going to be able to put your mind into the state that will help you solve your highest level issues and problems and challenges that you face. So these need to be 4 non-negotiable items. They're pretty easy to execute. I personally think the hardest thing to do is the good night's sleep, because if your sleep pattern is way off, it's going to take you 6 months or a year, I'm just going to tell you, to really get into the hang of that, to reprogram your mind and body to bed and get up and arise with energy. And you got to program your family.
That's so true.
Like, I'm not going to answer your emails in your work. I'm not going to answer your emails at 11 p.m. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it does take discipline and the ability to say no.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, this is a good time. The beginning of the year, it's when we all start to try to put in place new practices and habits. So why not kick off 2022 and apply these four habits this year? Lynda, thank you so much as always.
Thank you for having me.